remove negative labels. As a teenager, Walt Disney was told by a newspaper editor that he wasn't creative, that he didn't have a good imagination. Lucille Ball was told that she didn't have any acting skills, that she should try a different profession. Winston Churchill was not thought of as a good student and twice failed the entrance examination into the Royal Military College, Sandhurst. The common denominator in the success of these people is that they chose to remove the negative labels because they thought better than what others said. They lived far better than the labels had read. It's the same way today. People are constantly putting labels on us, telling us what we can and cannot become, what we do or don't have. Many times, these labels are not in agreement with what God says about us. But if we don't know any better, we'll wear them like they are the truth. The sad thing is that if we keep them on long enough, they'll become so ingrained in our thinking. We'll become what people have said rather than what God had said. People are constantly putting labels on us, telling us what we can and cannot become. I met a gentleman who was told by his high school counselor that he was not that talented and he should focus on the lowest skilled job he could find. That counselor stuck a label on him: below average, barely getting by, not talented. He wore that label year after year thinking, I'm not that smart. I just don't have what it takes. After high school, he got a job at a local factory and stayed at the lowest level for years, just as he'd been told. One day, the factory closed, so he went across town and applied at another factory. This company had a policy that every applicant had to take an IQ test. He took the test and his IQ score was assessed at the genius level. The owner called him in and said, "What are you doing applying for this low-level position? You scored the highest of anyone in our company's 63-year history." That day, a stronghold was broken in his mind. He removed the label that had held him back for 17 years. He eventually started his own company and went on to invent several products that are now patented and in the marketplace.